Hello, welcome to Control Structures Part 1 video. So we're going to go over a series of control structure videos. Today we're going to be talking about the if-else statement and logic operators. So an if statement allows you to describe conditions in your code. Depending on if those pass, that specific piece of code will be run. So this is important in many cases when you're programming, because there's times when you don't want a specific piece of code to run. So you'll have an if statement that will determine truthness of a specific condition. So logic operators allow us to describe logic statements and determine whether or not they're true. So I'll get into that in today's lesson, and we'll go over a few logic operators. So why do we use these things? Well, controlling program flow is important because there are times when you don't want a specific thing to happen. Well, it just gives rise to, if-else statements, logic statements. In other videos we'll be talking about switch statements and different types of methods of how to change the flow of a program, because most of the time you don't want a program just to run top down. So let's get into it. So I took the variable John with his daughter Cindy and I just put it into one object like this so that we can do some tests on it. So the first thing we're going to do is we want to find out whether or not the whole family likes pizza. So how would we do that? So let's look at an if statement. So we're just going to say if. So when we think about the family, we want to make sure that John and his daughter Cindy both like pizza. So that word and is a logical operator. It means that both conditions will be true. So let's look at John likes pizza, and is symbolized by these two ampersands. And then we're also going to say John daughter dot likes pizza. And if this is true, we're going to console log out the whole family likes pizza. And then we're going to say else. And so else is going to say, if this is not true, then run this code. And we're going to say someone doesn't like pizza. So normally in our code so far, we've been doing ones that run top down. In this case, we're going to control the flow of our code by testing whether or not John likes pizza and his daughter likes pizza. So let's figure out which one gets printed. Alright, so it skipped this line because John likes pizza but his daughter doesn't. So this would be false. So we go into this else statement. So what if we want to be a little bit more detailed and exact about who doesn't like the pizza? So this is where an if-else statement comes in handy. So let's just modify this a little bit. So instead of saying if this, then do this, if this is false, then do this, we're going to say if this is false, then check again another statement. So that would be an if-else if. So we're going to say in here, if John likes pizza, then we're going to say John likes pizza. Next check we're going to do is else if. So what we're saying is if both of them like pizza, no. So does John like pizza? Maybe. If that doesn't work, then we say, oh, okay, let's try another one. Let's just see if John's daughter likes pizza. Cindy likes pizza. And in the last one, we're going to say else. Else is just going to catch catch the last statement. If all of these fail, then we're going to say no one likes pizza. So let's test this out. So the first one, we know that John likes the pizza. So let's just make sure that works. John likes pizza. Alright, so how can we change this? So let's try saying that Cindy likes the pizza also. When we run, we'll say the whole family likes pizza. That's because both John and his daughter like the pizza. So let's try changing this now. Let's see that John doesn't like pizza, but Cindy does. In that case, Cindy likes the pizza. So how can we get no one likes the pizza? Well, if you guessed it, it's just as easy as just saying, no one likes pizza, just making sure that they both don't like pizza. Yep, and sure enough, neither of them like pizza. He doesn't like pizza, she doesn't like it, so we go to no one likes pizza. So that's it for the if-else statements. The logical operators we can go over are the and ors. And, or, and not. So we're going to say, instead of John and his daughter, we could say John or his daughter likes pizza. In that case, then it's going to say the whole family likes pizza, even though only one of them likes it. And in this case, it's not ideal because we want to check for the whole family. But this is just showing, or statement. The or statement says that he can either be true or she can be true, but one of them, as long as one of them is true, then this whole statement is fine. The next thing, we're going to do an and again. We're going to say, since John doesn't like pizza, we're going to negate that statement. So what this is showing whatever value he has right now, we're going to take the opposite value, which will be true. So in this case, it'll say true and true, which then should say the whole family likes pizza. Even though John is saying false, we're taking the opposite of what he says. And sure enough, we have the whole family likes pizza. So that was a little bit on control statements and logic operators. The next video, we're going to go over switch statements.